Hello, so for project number 1, I'm making green bean casserole, but as a twist on your classic green bean casserole that you're all probably familiar with, I'm going to be adding cheese whiz, which is the biggest change, but I'm also going to be using less liquid, so I'm not going to be putting as much milk, and I'm also substituting black pepper for garlic salt. And the other thing is that I'm going to be watching the cooking time a little bit closer. It's going to probably end up being a little bit less than what the recipe actually calls for, which that's not a huge thing, but it can make a difference. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. You probably won't end up seeing my face for most of it because my camera's not high enough up, but you will see my hands. So you want to wash your hands before you get started. I did that, as well as preheat your oven. For this, the oven is going to be preheated to 350, and so I did that. Okay, here we go. I always add the green beans first. The green beans is 2 14.5-ounce cans. So here we go with that. I have a wooden spoon. I'm going to spread those out evenly. And then take the cream of mushroom soup and pour it in there. I have a rubber spatula to get it all out with. Just try to get all that out of there. And if it looks like you don't have enough soup, you can always add a little bit more from another can if you choose to do that. It's ultimately up to how soupy you want your casserole to be. But don't forget, you're also going to be adding the cheese whiz, so that's also going to add a little bit more liquid to your mixture. Okay, so you get all that out of there. You can use your wooden spoon to scrape your rubber spatula and vice versa. Set it to the side and then mix this in a little. Okay, it's really good for now. I'm going to go ahead and add my little bit of garlic salt. Just sprinkle to your preference, obviously. If you like less garlic, then that's great. Soy sauce, it says 1 teaspoon. For this, I'm going to go ahead and use the exact measurement, but when I'm cooking just for me, I usually put a little bit more because I like the taste of it. That's up to your own preference. So I'm also going to add the cheese whiz. In my recipe, I did say to use a small jar, an 8-ounce jar, but I couldn't find it that size. So this is a 15-ounce jar, and I'm going to use just about half, maybe a little bit more than half. I'm going to grab another spoon real quick. Sorry about that. Okay. As you'll see, we got like a big scoop of cheese, still about half left. I'm going to go ahead and stir that in. As you see, it might not look too appetizing. People always look at me funny if I make it like this, but it always turns out great. The last thing we're going to put in here is going to be our fried onions, which is going to give it a little bit of crisp. I have them here. We're going to add about half. The rest is going to go on top, and so that leaves about that much. And we're going to mix this in just like this. And make sure we get all those green beans mixed in. Oh, there's a clump there that didn't get quite mixed. We're going to stick this in the oven for about 20 minutes. Then we're going to add the remaining onions on top and bake for another 5. And then it'll be done and ready to eat. I'll post a picture when it's done. Thanks.